Alright, just hold on. I know what you're thinking. Jesus Christ, Squid, give it a fucking rest already. We don't care about Tower of God anymore. I get it. I totally get it. If you're fatigued as hell of the Tower of God conversation like I am, just go ahead, skip this one. No hard I mean, I totally understand. Just go ahead and give this one an L. Just move on to the next one. Totally get it. And I wish I didn't have to make another video about Tower of God so soon, but this one is required for kind of a few different reasons. Before I get to that though, this will be the last Tower of God video for a while, unless I have to make another video, which I don't think I will, but if I do have to, then I will, but I don't have any plans to make another one for a while. I mean, at least a couple months, I'm pretty sure, if ever again. But as for why I want to make this video, first of all, more information's come to light, to me at least. I've had more discussions about Tower of God. I mean, you guys gotta understand, I'm basically talking to like 18 people at once every day about Tower of God, so my brain's changed a little bit about how I feel. And YouTube censoring me is actually a big part of it. Something that's been bugging me is that YouTube hasn't really been allowing me to reply to comments. I've asked multiple people for help. No one can figure out exactly why. I've asked YouTube directly. They weirdly didn't answer me. They've answered every question I've had before, but they didn't answer this one. But sometimes replies will go through fine, and sometimes they won't. Sometimes I will post a reply and YouTube just says, no, this ain't it, Chief. We're not allowing this one. And we've done testing, like, we've probably done like 13 hours straight of testing this to try and figure out what's going on. And there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to why YouTube's censoring the replies. First of all, it's my video. I should be able to reply literally whatever I want. Second of all, you'd think it was like, oh, there's too many like curse words in this, or there's like a threat in it. No, it does not matter the contents of the reply. YouTube will not show it. So I just want to say that if you got a stupid comment from me, if you just got a retarded comment that's like saying stupid thing, or just calling you like a little stupid boy, just know that it's due to my immaturity and impatience, but also caused by YouTube fucking me constantly. I mean, I would literally type out these 5 to 8 paragraph replies, and YouTube was just like, no. And for no reason, like, I remember when it first happened, I thought, oh, I made a joke about, like, a joke thread about, rapidly swinging a katana as if I own a katana. And so I was like, okay, I'll do that. And try to post it again. No, it didn't work. And then I thought, well, maybe it's like language. Maybe the adult language isn't okay. So I censored it in that regard. Nope. I couldn't post no matter what. And then some comments will say, fuck you, idiot, I'm killing you. And it's like, alright, amazing, I posted it. So, anyways, that's enough about that. I don't know what the hell's going on. I guess YouTube's being unwilling. Tower of God anime fanboys, but it's really annoying, and I'm pretty sick of this one. Which is also why I've been telling people to come to my Discord. It's not because I want more people in my Discord. I mean, that's cool, but it's because at least Discord won't fuck me by censoring like an 8-paragraph reply that I spent 10-15 minutes on. So that's why I've been telling people, like, hey, come if you legitimately like want to have a back and forth, you need to come to Discord because YouTube won't let us. Anyways, that's enough about that. So in terms of this video, I want to make it clear, this is going to be different. There's going to be like no insulting, really, no memeing. I want this is like a real video. This is like me being genuine, me being real, just talking. Like, I know I've said that and then proceeded to insult and meme people. This time I genuinely mean, you're getting me at my absolute best, my best behavior. One thing I didn't like in my last video is I think I was too kind to Tower of God in terms of its source material. I don't remember exactly what I said, and I'm not going to watch my own shitty video. God, that was a meme. I'm sorry. I believe what I said was something along the lines of Tower of God is the best that webcomics have to offer. That was actually a mistake on my part. I meant to say that it's the best that the Webtoons platform has to offer. I may have said that, but in my last video I came across like really fanboyish for Tower of God, and I want to correct that and say that I think Tower of God's good compared to its peers and contemporaries. I by no means think that Tower of God is like the be all end all of untraditional manga. I think it may have come across that way, so I'd like to correct that. And so now we get into the really sad stuff. This has been an eye-opening experience in a few ways. One is that it showed I'm very embarrassed to be a part of the Tower, to be a Tower of God fan right now. I'm embarrassed that I've recommended this series to so many people, that I've gotten so many people into it, because I've now had interactions with the community and I see how immature and toxic they can be. And I hate to use that word, but there genuinely is just no alternative other than y'all some toxic motherfuckers. That's not a meme. That's just the truth. And I hate that. I don't like the feeling of being embarrassed by other fans of something. And it's never really happened before, but I mean, the community has just been so bad. The videos I've seen being made about Tower of God make me want to vomit. The comments I get make me want to vomit. I see people posting shit on Twitter that makes me want to vomit, because it's just embarrassing. I mean, there's no other words that describe it quite as well as embarrassing. So I'm officially stepping back from the title of Tower of God superfan, and I'm like a neutral party now. I don't want to be associated with it in any way, but I'm not going to be condemning it. Also in that vein, I'm personally done with the anime. I don't want to support something that is that disgusting and does that many shady and bad things. I'm just gonna stick with the normal series, and I hope that there are people out there who will do the same thing as me. I hope that there are people out there who won't reward this travesty. And again, in that vein, people have the worst attitude towards Tower of God that I've ever seen people have towards an anime or a series in general. Specifically the anime adaptation, I should say. It seems like, and again, this is not meant to be an insult. This is not a meme. From what I've seen, it seems like the Tower of God anime adaptation has attracted a group of very vocal, but not super smart people. They're dumb. It's mean. I didn't want to have to say it, but genuinely, the people I've seen making videos on Tower of God, for the most part, I haven't watched too many. I don't really watch anime YouTube videos very much. And the comments I've gotten are just not really doing anything in terms of intellectual conversation. And I think it's not entirely there. I don't actually think it's because everyone is stupid. I think it's because everyone is desperate. I think what's going on here is, we can all agree, anime has sucked ass recently. This last season, winter 2020 season, is probably one of the worst seasons, if not the worst, since I got into anime, years ago. I don't even know how many years ago, so I don't even know how many seasons have gone by, but I mean, it's quite a few, and it's one of the worst that I can think of. And so I think people were so desperate for something to be good that they just decided, you know what, Tower of God is going to be good no matter what. And I mean, I saw videos. I remember I talked about it. I saw videos before Tower of God even came out with just one trailer released that looked like garbage. People saying, we need to do everything we can to make this the next big anime. Not realizing how sad that was and how manipulative that was. I don't really want to get into how bad Tower of God looks again. I've presented more than enough evidence, and if you honestly look at the evidence and come away with the conclusion it looks good, there's a big problem there for you. I hate to get too annoying in my videos, but I'm going to for a moment. I genuinely think what we're seeing here might be cognitive dissonance, which is like if someone believes something so strongly that it's consuming them, it's like they're everything, and they're presented with evidence to the contrary, it creates this dissonance in their mind. Like they can't accept it, and it entrenches them further in their beliefs. And it's really the only thing I can think of that would be causing people to be saying things that are just not even bad opinions, but just prove, like, just easy to disprove. One being that this is an adaptation of season 1, when you can examine frames from them as much as you want and they look nothing alike. The style of season 1 and the style of the first episode of the anime and the trailers were completely different, night and day. And I don't want to get into that. I don't want this to come across as a really insulting video, but I'm going to give you guys a TLDR. YouTube, for some reason, is like weirdly on Tower of God's side and is censoring any legitimate argument I try and make against it. So if you want to further that discussion at all, I would highly encourage you to use Discord. You don't even have to necessarily be in my Discord. You just need to because, again, YouTube just is deleting everything, and I'm sick of spending anywhere from 10 to like 30 minutes typing out a well-thought reply only for YouTube to axe it. Also, embarrassed to be a Tower of God fan. I'm not going to be openly supporting the series like I have been for the past couple of years, because I really want to distance myself from the absurdity of the anime community. Finally, I think that people who are defending Tower of God, specifically people who are making like videos talking about how great it is and how it's going to be the next big thing, I think you need like professional help. Maybe you just need to talk to someone, or maybe you need to be medicated. I'm not sure, but my closing message to people like you would be, I get that you think if you scream loud enough and are vocal enough about how good Tower of God is, I get that you think it'll brainwash everyone else, but you need to understand you're only hurting yourself. And I've tried my best over the course of these 4 videos to get the community to realize that the only people they're hurting is themselves, but you guys just are a lost cause, and I'm giving up on you.